The Godfather. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. You would probably say that Marlon Brando was the actor who said, "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse." He played the character Don Vito Corleone in the movie The Godfather, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Mario Puzo wrote both the book, published in 1966, and the film, produced in 1972. However, the line spoken by Don Vito Corleone in the movie is just a bit different. He says, "I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse." It's actually Al Capone, playing Vito's son, Michael Corleone, who said, "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse." Variations of the famous quote appear 3 times in the movie and in both sequels, The Godfather Part 2 and The Godfather Part 3. Hello guys, and welcome to our channel. Please subscribe and like this video, and we love you for it. Marlon Brando's line occurs when Vito Corleone's grandson, Johnny Fontaine, played by Al Martino, asks his godfather for a favor. Fontaine wants to become a film actor and needs Corleone's help to secure the role, since he has already been turned down for it by the producer. After Fontaine comes crying to his godfather, literally, Corleone tells his godson, "I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse." Later, the film cuts to the very memorable scene in the producer's bedroom where he wakes up next to the head of his own racehorse. No surprise, Fontaine gets the part and becomes a movie star. Al Pacino's line occurs after Michael takes over the family business. Another mobster, Mo Green, has refused the family's offer to buy his casino. Michael predicts he will change his mind, saying, "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse." Again, no surprise, Green is soon dead and the Corleone family owns his casino. An offer may seem like a negotiation. However, the offer in "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse" really isn't a gift or an exchange of services, but a death threat, which is why he can't refuse. Since mobsters are not known for negotiating, this line recurs throughout the Godfather trilogy in idea or words. For example, Michael tells his girlfriend Kay Adams, played by Diane Keaton, about another time Vito had helped Johnny Fontaine, this time to get out of a band contract. Kay asks how Vito got the band leader to let Johnny go, and Michael simply says, "My father made him an offer he couldn't refuse." When Kay asks what the offer was, Michael then chillingly spells it out. Luca Brasi held a gun to his head, and my father assured him that either his brains or his signature would be on the contract. Film critics and historians have speculated that Fontaine's character was based on the dealings of legendary film star and singer Frank Sinatra. While Sinatra was often seen in pictures with mobsters and reported by others as being friendly with them throughout his life and career, he has always denied that this scene was based on him and his actions, as he denied his involvement with any mobsters. The Godfather is the greatest film of all time. Consider how many life lessons it gives us: the complexities of father-son relationships, warnings about losing your temper, stay away from the causeway, sonny, the importance of family, the fuzzy details about business ethics, the proper way to make pasta sauce, and so many more. And if you disagree, just think about how many Godfather quotes we say regularly without realizing it. That's an offer you can't refuse. You go to the mattress when you plan a ruthless, no-holds-barred fight against an enemy. While you're, hopefully, not going up against the 5 families anytime soon, you may use this callback to Roman Empire war tactics from The Godfather when discussing a business competitor, political campaign, or rival sports team. I believe in America. They're the first words of The Godfather, spoken by Undertaker Bonasera, and in many ways they epitomize the entire Godfather experience. Bonasera's hopeful optimism and wish for violent vengeance are intertwined, much like everything every Corleone does, and set the tone for the rest of the film. Use the line sardonically and earnestly the next time you reflect on the conflict of the American dream. Italian accent not required. I know it was you. Amid a swanky New York party in Cuba, Michael Corleone grabs his brother Fredo's face and kisses him fiercely. "I know it was you, Fredo," he hisses. "You broke my heart." Fredo can't get away fast enough. He's been called out for assisting in the assassination of Michael in The Godfather Part 2, and he knows what's coming next. He's not wrong. If you haven't said, "I know it was you," with an Al Pacino level of intensity before, try it out the next time you want to accuse someone of wrongdoing. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. We're willing to bet that you've said or heard this one at least once before. Famously emanating from Marlon Brando's bulldog-like jowl in his role as Vito Corleone, this promise arises several times in the Godfather saga. Sure, it sounds a little like a threat, but the word offer is right there. How bad could it be? It's strictly business. Calling a personal vendetta strictly business didn't originate with The Godfather. That would be Otto Berman, 1930s mafia accountant. But it's a common refrain that makes its way through the narrative from brother to brother and is finally delivered with Michael's icy-cold demeanor. You may not be talking about a mafia hit, but the ethically dubious business decision you just made could be described as just business, not personal. Just when I thought I was out. Even the oft-reviled Godfather Part 3 has some golden quotes. While the aging Michael Corleone doesn't relish being brought back into the family business, you may say the full line with a bit more hidden pleasure. Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. It typically means you're still seen as valuable, even though you're currently out of the loop. Look how they massacred my boy. Bonasera finally gets to pay back the Godfather's favor after the tragic assassination of Sonny Corleone. But despite Vito's belief that it's all just business, tears well up in his eyes as he sees the stricken body of his oldest son. Look how they massacred my boy, he laments. And if you haven't said that same thing about a dying houseplant or scratched fender, we know it's not the same thing. Try it out next time. Sleeps with the fishes. When the Corleones receive a dead fish wrapped in a bulletproof vest, Clemenza immediately knows that Luca Barassi is dead. Is he jumping to conclusions? Nope. He just knows his mafia sayings. Popularized by The Godfather, sleeps with the fishes is an old expression referring to dumping someone's body in the water. You may not get a chance to use this one a lot, but be creative and it'll happen. Oh no, my favorite pen sleeps with the fishes. What have I ever done to make you treat me so disrespectfully? When Bonasera asks for his daughter's attackers to be killed, Vito doesn't say no or yes. Instead, the mob boss and murderer shames the Undertaker for not only making an impertinent request, but for asking if he can pay Vito, like a common hitman. Bonasera, sighs the Godfather. What have I ever done to make you treat me so disrespectfully? If you haven't used this line when someone makes an unreasonable request of you, follow Vito's cue and make them regret even asking. More Godfather quotes to pull you back in. Casual Godfather viewers may know and use these lines above, but if you really want to be a puppet master in your own right, try out these modern-day proverbs courtesy of the Corleone family and company. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. Only take what's important from a situation. May your first child be a masculine child. Best wishes for a healthy baby, gender notwithstanding. I want no inquiries made. I want no acts of vengeance. I'm dropping the issue. It insults my intelligence and makes me very angry. Don't lie to me. We don't discuss business at the table. Keep the conversation lighthearted. You never wanted my friendship, and you feared to be in my debt. You've never been there for me.